널 기다렸어.
I accidentally put the win for Cure. That's a big mistake already.
Bad start here at the SSL Challenger.
If you guys have been watching my cast since the GSTL, you know that I'm the worst caster in the world at this, as well as just terrible math. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Is you guys are going to be able to see the score every time. 1 win and 1 away win, as you mentioned.
Yep, 0 losses. And also every player plays 10 games. Just counted the number of games that Trap has to play. So that's 10 best of ones that you're playing tonight. And Kira's not going to be feeling good playing these 2 games in a row. He just lost on his home map, and now he's got to play on his away map here, King Salem Station.
Yeah, that's right. So this is going to be the only time this happens, where we actually have a player play back-to-back in this group. In other groups, it will happen as well. But so that's why we're showing these standings here. Is we'll probably have the refreshing standings every time a player plays their second game. So against their opponent again. But okay, let's see how this happens here, because Kira probably has similarly a plan for his away map, and we'll see what he's got planned. You could see a crazy all-in. He might just try to beat Trap straight up, and considering his position, making top 4 in the GSL, a lot of people might think, yo, Kira could beat Trap in a straight-up macro game. We'll have to wait and see, though. That was a very different tournament. Lots of best of 3s, best of 5s, best of 7 there at the end. This is best of 1s.
Yeah, so guys, we are going to go into King Salem Station between Trap and Cure right now. Here we are into set number 2, Trap versus Cure again. This is Trap's home map. Up in the top left, it is Trap himself, the Protoss.
And down to the bottom right in blue, it is Cure, a recent top 4 finisher in the GSL, nearly getting his first finals ever. Actually a 2-time GSL round of 4 player, losing to Innovation in 2014, I believe it was, season 1.
Yeah.
A long time ago, going all the way to Game 7 in that TVT, not happening.
And you were talking about builds that Cure could do, you know, weird funky cheeses, or does he want to go into a macro game? But these guys are teammates, and Trap did just do the robotics facility build on that map, which is probably a map when they practice it together, he's probably going macro all the time. I mean, it's Dust Towers, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Trap wants to try to play some more mind games and go for another crazy build. He's going to go for the Fast Nexus once again here to start.
Yeah, just going to open things up that way. Well, that's something I love to see, actually, in a best-of series, and this is kind of like that, even though it's a best-of-2, is just seeing it in the second game, a cheese where you kind of throw off your opponent and like kind of get into his head, as he's probably got something planned for getting that away win, which is, again, more important than the home win. And this format is so weird, like I'm still trying to like fully wrap my head around it, but...
it's a lot of fun once you understand it, actually.
Yeah.
It's just like a grueling process for everyone involved, you know? The casters, the players, it's like you just have to grind it out throughout the entire day. And if you're not on your game today, you are not going to qualify for the main portion of the SSL.
Sure. It's like field day or something like that. You know, everyone's got to play a bunch of different maps. Or it's on their opponent's maps. It's like someone's really not that good at hula hoops or Invader, for example. But, you know, you got to do it. It's field day. And it's going to be cool to see who fatigues in this tournament, because, like, we've seen players in these longer, you know, big 6-person groups, because 6 players was the biggest groups we could have in up and down matches. We also had some of these 5-player groups, just kind of luck and random chance based. Some players would like really start to struggle and fall apart at like 11:30 at night, midnight. Like those are probably the guys who wake up early to practice, and they're not, you know, playing until 3 a.m. and waking up late, and team coaches getting mad and stuff. Those were the ESF days where, you know, basically there weren't strict rules about practicing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking at this group, perhaps someone like Bomber, you know, an older player who may have trouble grinding out all of those games. I mean, he's got to play 10 high-stress games here in the studio on TV. So, but at the same time, he's been around for a very long time, so he's probably used to that portion. But, you know, maybe he's going to get tired. I'm not so sure. I'd like to see where he's at towards his, you know, 8th, 9th, 10th game. We'll see, I suppose. And we are going to start off here with an Oracle for Trap.
Yeah, Oracle into a Robo, so it seems like more of a safer, more passive opening. Whereas Cure is already dropping down a turret. A much safer opening this time with Stim, and Combat Shield's actually a much more aggressive opening, I should say, not even safe. Probably going to be very aggressive early on. Build up a heavy Marine count and then attack with the Combat Shields finishing up. Might even grab +1 with that, actually, as soon as he reaches 100 gas. And that could be very powerful, but already he's scouted by this Oracle.
Nice move here by Trap. He saw the turret, so he's not even going to fully commit to the mineral line. He's just going to try to pick off some Marines here and there. He's also getting a fast third base, so he wants to cut down as many Marines or just attacking units as possible from the Terran. And also keep that Oracle up to possibly tag the units so that he knows where they're going.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because Cure obviously knew that Oracle play was a possibility, knew this would potentially get scouted. This is not something he can hide from this. And this is what Trap is afraid of, is just a counterattack. That's why he has this Adept on top of this high ground here. So he's going to see this coming, and he can prepare accordingly. He already has 2 extra gates on the way. He's actually going to save that Oracle. But look, Combat Shields and Stim about to finish up here. And this is a very scary push. He may actually have to cancel that third base. Let's see. He has how many units on the map? Like
2 Adepts,
sentries?
2 sentries, an Oracle, and a Mothership Core. He's going to have to rely on Overcharge a bunch. He has 1 pylon down here at the third base, but the second one only starting now, and Kier might not even attack the third base. He may just go for the front.
Yeah, it looks like he will. There's only 1 pylon here at the front, and he's not even going to attack it right away. Going for the sentries, gets 1. Once that pylon goes down, no overcharge available, and 2 gateways unpowered here. This is a disaster.
Yeah, he needs those gateways. I mean, they're really nice force fields to keep those Marines away for as long as possible, but he can only make really 1 unit at a time at this point, and he's got no pylon close enough to stop these Marines.
I think this actually is just game over. There's an overcharge going down. He did Stim with most of his Marines at least once, a few of them twice, and he's actually going to back off here.
He's hanging on. I mean, he's got an Immortal coming out here. Once he gets those gateways powered up, he did also make 2 extra gateways, and those are powered up now. He can begin to make some more units and eventually take out these Marines, but losing both pylons here, not going to fare well. He's not going to be able to stop the attack at the third base, it looks like, for now.
I'm not even sure if he'll be able to stop any follow-up attacks at all. He has the Immortal, yeah, but this versus Combat Shield Marines with almost +1, and this many of them. Cure is being, by the way, very careful about where he stims, because he doesn't have medevacs. Obviously, this is just a pure Marine army, and Blinkstalkers are going to give him a bit of trouble. He's going to have to commit to, blinking or stimming into them as they're blinking away, and actually taking a lot of losses here. Probably going to have to turn and fight, I'd say. Oh man, he stims, but there's blink on the map.
Yeah, another huge stim, and you can see Trap is also being very careful about this because he doesn't want to blink in and then just have Cure turn on him. So just going to force him back. He saves his third base. And he's still got that Oracle up, so he can begin to harass a bit more here, perhaps at that third base before the missile turret is up. You can see he's going directly for it. Unfortunately, oh boy, very, very close to going down here to those Marines, but does stay alive.
Yeah, looks like he might be able to grab 1 more, 2 more SCVs before he's totally killed here. Now, the interesting thing is, Kira decided not to be aggressive there. I feel like he could have accomplished some more than what he actually did. But he saves his army. Medevacs are out now. He's playing the more conservative approach. He's going to heal up all of his Marines. He has a third base now. He knows Trap's third was destroyed and had to be remade. He scans and actually sees... Actually, no, it was not destroyed, but like his probe line was decimated. He didn't actually have probes there, but he scans and sees like there's nothing there, and he's like, okay, I got to get defensive here because he's probably going to counterattack since he has no probes at that base.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening. No probes after 45. Looks like a big follow-up attack is going to come in here. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I think there's only 1 Immortal, and this is a ton of bio with now medevacs that are out. Even Widow Mines are added into this.
Now, this is still a scary push, though, with that Warp Prism at the back. He's going to just go ahead and stim and fight. Good spread here. Stimming forward. Force Field's not actually being that helpful here.
Oh, man. Move commanding twice here is Trap, and I think that may just be it. Too much bio for Cure, and this whole Protoss army is going to be decimated.
There you have it. Doubling the supply. GG. Cure takes his away map win.
Interesting the way we've started off the long day here as 2 away map wins instead of the home map wins, which is what you would expect.
Yep.
But the 2 teammates, getting into each other's heads and kind of trading maps here.
Very conservative approach there by Cure, which is pretty cool to see. Like, he made some mistakes in his round of 4 GSL match versus TY, and like TY is a godlike player, so that's definitely to be expected. But like the decision making we saw from him there was very careful in a way, almost much more like TY himself would have played it. By the way, TY is in this group, and they will meet each other later on twice tonight. So.